nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in this great...
All right, Alchemist. Welcome back to another episode of Alchemy Crypto. I am your host and Alchemist. Alright, remember, nothing I say in this video is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do a quick market check. Check a 1, 2. Alchemists, stand up. Shout out to all my alchemists stateside and around the rock. Alright, so your Bitcoin coming in 16,498. Ethereum 1213. BNB at 318, and XRP, the chosen one, 39 cents. Alright guys, would like to start out by saying shout out to all my Native Americans. It is Native American Heritage Month. It is observed in November. Yesterday was Native Day, I believe yesterday. So shout out to all the natives. West Coast Celeste tribe, I see y'all out there. Alright. He is probably like, what have you done? In any event, shout out to the Native American people. And sorry. Alright. Guys, if you're hearing my voice, you are early in crypto. Alright guys, we got a lot of stuff to cover, so we're just gonna go ahead and get right in. Alright, so let's see. Where are we starting? We're starting with, looks like, gold. That is not right. Alright, let's just do gold real quick. The ask at 1763. Silver 2160. Platinum 997. And palladium 1900. So we will keep going. Let's take a look at market cap. Do a quick refresh here. Cheers to all the alchemists got money in the CyPhA today. We are short Bitcoin and in profit. If you want to learn to trade, jump over to ALcHeMy Crypto CyPhA. We will show you how to do it in the yard. Greedy on Wall Street as usual. Greedy on, or in extreme fear in the crypto fear and greed index. So guys, look, I talk about this a lot. I always say, if the building's on fire, you have to be the hero. Don't be a sheep. Don't follow the cattle. Don't follow the masses. When the building's on fire, you have to run in and save the baby. Remember, fortunes are made in the bear market. Millionaires are minted in a bull run, but fortunes are built during the bear market. This is the time to be accumulating. No one times the bottom. The crystal ball's not saying at this time. So we're dollar cost averaging into the hodl bag. Now, shout out to ZR for this, because he had this. Let's listen.
All of my money from crypto. I have sold my Bitcoin.
Sold all my crypto.
I sold all of my crypto.
I sold all of my Bitcoin.
I sold all my crypto.
I sold everything.
I sold everything. I just made the decision to officially sell all of my cryptocurrency.
Panic, despair, and capitulation. To you, this might be the time to get fearful. To me, this is the sweet tune. Bullshit.
If you have a temperament that when others are fearful, you're going to get scared yourself. You know, you are not going to make a lot of money in securities over time, you know, blah, blah, blah.
All right, so there it is from the man himself, Warren Buffett. Shout out to ZR for that, and Mr. Buffett. Guys, this is the time when other people are fearful. Do not buy the top. Do not buy here. Do not buy here. This is the time you want to be accumulating. Not financial advice. So shout out to ZR and Mr. Buffett for that. All right, markets are closed, so we'll just keep moving. Let's take a look at oil, do a quick refresh, get you guys some current oil prices. We are waiting for China to come out of lockdowns and for demand to spike. We will see more pain at the pumps, most likely. All right, so looks like oil is at 83 bucks for a barrel of Brent crude if you're in oil. All right, or you want to pick some up, there it is. Now let's keep going. We talked about the China demand. I'm just going to kill that slide. We don't need it anymore. All right, psychology of a market cycle, guys. We talk about it. We're going to continue to talk about it because I believe we're getting close. I believe we're in that last little dog leg down here. We have still no word from Genesis on filing bankruptcy, but we are in this area here. The bear market will not last forever. We are accumulating down here, and if we do see 10 to 12K Bitcoin, we will back up the truck and borrow the neighbors. The alchemists already know. All right, we're almost to that 85%, guys. We're right on schedule for 85% correction. Now, so no news on DCG, Genesis, or the likes. Things are still unfolding. We'll find out. Someone put out a report today that I glanced over briefly, and I apologize, I do not have it for you. However, they did put out a statement showing who had actual exposure to FTX. There was a lot of big names on there. I did not have a chance to put that together for you, so I do apologize. Maybe in the next one, maybe not. All right, is this kid gonna get out of jail free? We got our popcorn. We're strapped in. We're buckled up. We got an adult beverage. Now, shout out to BitBoy. This dude was keeping it real down there today. Let's take a listen. Down at SBF's place in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Get him, BitBoy.
Oh, well, it's freaking Barbara and Joe up there.
Barbara and Joe, Sammy's mommy and daddy, telling him don't do it.
Like, no, Sam, you can't go down there. That's what's happening. I guarantee they're up there telling him. He wants to come out and talk. He wants to come out and show me.
System lag. I do apologize, guys. That should pick back up in a sec. Or maybe that was his video. His stream was really bad. I thought possibly he was being censored or something, perhaps, but I'm not sure. His stream was cutting in and out. I don't know if that's my system or if that was the stream. It may have been the stream. Let's go to this one. This is when he first got down there.
I know that's where you're at, buddy. It's okay. Sam, in all seriousness though, we just want you to come tell your story. Unblock me on Twitter. Come tell your story. Let's talk. I'll come up there. I'm not scared y'all are gonna kill me. It's gonna take a lot for y'all to do that. I just want to talk. That's all.
So shout out to BitBoy for going down to the Bahamas.
You can come out down here. It's fine. You can come out down here.
And calling this kid out.
Check out these nice shots over here. That's a famous shot right there.
Yeah, that might even be SBS.
Just come on.
BitBoy says that's a famous yacht, and that could very well be SBS, and he just doesn't want to say it because he doesn't want people to go trash him and do things.
Sam, where are you? We're looking for you.
All right, so shout out to him for that.
I know that's where you're at.
For getting down there, and he was down there walking around trying to see what he could see, and eventually they do end up getting kicked out by security. The stream was super choppy. I don't know if that's the service in the Bahamas, YouTube censorship. I don't know what that actually was happening. why this thing is not playing for you guys right now, but it was quite interesting if you caught it. If not, go check it out over at BitBoy Crypto or the BitLab or whatever his channel is. Go take a look. Excuse me. Alright, let's keep going. Guys, BitBoy's calling him out. John Deaton's calling him out. We got a lot of big players in the space that are keeping it real and calling this guy out. Jump over to John Deaton's petition and sign that thing. Investigate these clowns. Find out what's really going on. Let's get to the bottom of this. There's no time to waste. Jump over to CryptoLawChange.org and go ahead. Sign this thing. We are at over the 5,000. Let's get to 7,500. 7,500 is more likely to get a reaction from the decision maker. So let's get it in the face of the politicians. Connect to Congress over at Change.law and John Deaton. Shout out to you. Now this kid's coming. We got our popcorn. On the 30th he lands. We'll see if his dumbass gets put in shackles. He's not going to like it, from a $30 million bohemian mansion to cold steel and concrete. Now, here's who will be speaking. Mayor of New York, SBF. You got this guy over here, Mike Pence, Zuck, I think a few other Janet Yellen over there. So you know what is going on. We'll see what happens. We're watching this, guys. So now this proof of reserves on the top exchanges. You got Binance with 65 billion, Bitfinex, OKX, Huobi, and KuCoin, and Crypto.com with the lowest 2.4 billion down there with KuCoin. So the alchemists already know, not your keys, not your crypto. We already know. So let's keep looking. Here is the list. It's on CMC. If you want to go check it out, you can click in, check into the exchange. Here's Bitfinex showing what they're holding. They got some Bitcoin, some Leo coin, some ETH, and some other stuff down there. $2.4 billion in assets on the books. Here's KuCoin. You can see they got some Bitcoin. They got some USDC. So they're holding some stuff over there. They are holding some KuCoin. So not cool having your own token on the balance sheet. We just learned that from Sammy Boy and FTX. Don't play with the FTT token or with the CRO token or whatever it may be on your own exchange. Don't use that on your balance sheet. And definitely don't trade without stop loss and full leverage like Sammy and his little girlfriend Alameda. Don't do it. Alchemists already know, not your keys, not your crypto. Just because they're showing proof of reserves does not mean a thing, guys. The alchemists already know, not your keys, not your crypto. Now let's keep going. JPOW meeting coming up. We're expecting volatility. We will be trading. Alright, so we're keeping an eye on that. Now, we got the meeting on the 14th and the 15th next month. It is coming, whether we want it or not. We may see a pause or a slowdown in rate hikes. I think he's going to keep going. I don't think inflation is where he wants it. I don't think unemployment is where he wants it. And Black Friday spending is not where he wanted to see it. People got out there and they spent online. They hit the stores for Black Friday deals. So the money is still being spent. Demand is still high, and he is trying to stifle it. So we're watching JPOW and the Fed. Now this from JPOW. Let's take a quick listen. Him talking about multiple currencies, guys. Take a quick listen.
Has allowed for the creation of a range of new financial products and services, including cryptocurrencies. Coins tied to the value of the dollar or another currency, known as stable coins, have emerged as a new way to make payments. These stable coins aim to use new technologies in a way that has the potential to enhance payments efficiency, speed up settlement flows, and reduce end-user costs. This includes paying attention to private sector payments innovators who are currently not within the traditional regulatory arrangements applied to banks, investment firms, and other financial intermediaries. For the past several years, the Federal Reserve has been exploring the potential benefits and risks of CBDCs from a variety of angles.
Shout out to 24 hours for this.
Research and experimentation.
Can you believe it?
Guys, I looked and looked for this video on JPOW talking about multiple currencies, and I could not find it. So shout out to 24 hours for that. All right, the ISOs are coming, guys. Whether you want to be a part or not, the choice is yours. This is going to happen. The migration has been delayed until March. The settlement has been delayed till first half of next year, which coincides with March. You have China coming online, or Japan with the CBDC. The UK may need a digital pound, so countries around the world starting to adopt this technology. Excuse me. All right, guys, I think they're going to lock us out of the exchanges. We talked about it before. I'm just going to touch briefly on it. What if they're after all the exchanges to lock you out? Your on-ramps, your off-ramps. They're going to call everything a security. You have to be an accredited investor. I am going to do a deep dive on security tokens. We're going to look at exchanges and the top 5. It is only a $14 billion market cap, which is tiny compared to the $1 trillion we're at now, or less, I believe, market cap. We can jump over to TradingView real quick and take a look at total market cap. So we are well below the $1 trillion mark. Let's go on a higher time frame here because I am trading. We are in some live trades right now. We have come down quite a bit. Let me just put it on the daily for you guys. Okay. 794 billion. So that is where we are at. We are less than 1 trillion. The security token market cap is 14 billion. It is very early over there. We are still coming down in the current market cap. So, guys, if you want to get into security tokens, keep watching the channel. Stay in the know. I will be bringing that stuff to you guys real soon. I will be showing you a deep dive on security tokens and the top 5 security tokens out there. Okay, let's keep going. Here's the ISO list. I'll show it to you. I showed it to you last time. I'll show it to you again real quick. Ripple, I believe, will eat the lion's share. It is a huge market. Swift is moving 5 trillion. If they just get a tiny bit of that, these things will explode. Stellar Lumens, XLM, you got XDC, IOTA, Algo, HBAR, Quant, and Cardano. Let's keep moving. Banks transitioning. We know that. Guys, you can have something to tell your grandkids. You know, when they come up to you and say, Grandma and Grandpa, what did you do during the greatest transfer of wealth in human history? Well, we'll be able to say we were building businesses, we were dollar cost averaging, we were buying crypto and putting it away on a ledger so we could leave you some of it, and it is worth tons these days. So, let's listen.
Sit on your fucking head 5 years from now. What did you do, Grandpa? What did you do, Grandma, during the greatest transformation of motherfucking wealth in the history of the world? What did you do? Other than sit on your fucking head.
All right, Danny, we ain't sitting on our hands over here. The alchemists already know. Shout out to all the alchemists getting money on a side hustle. Your day job ain't enough. You need a side hustle. You got to have multiple streams of revenue coming in. Now, let's take a look at the chosen one. Highly undervalued. Taking a breather. 39 cents off that 40 cent mark we were hanging at yesterday. If you pick some up in that 34 cent range last week, shout out to you. You are in profit. Your bag is already up. Just continue to DCA into your HODL bag, and in the next bull run, after settlement and regulatory clarity, you will be in a great position. Now, this is that 34 cent range down here where the alchemist did pick some up. So if you did as well, shout out to you. Congratulations, you're in profit. Now this, shout out to DAI. I had this today. This is from, I think, CNBC Asia. So let's listen to the man.
Yes,
Right.
CFTC.
Look, the United States, interestingly, is the only country on the planet that thinks that XRP is a security. We operate in, we're actually growing leaps and bounds outside the United States. 95% of our customers are non-US. Just this week, we announced our key kind of product using XRP. It is now live into Africa. So we continue to grow. The dynamic in the United States, I think, is, really the SEC not following what the law says and trying to grab power, because the Securities and Exchange Commission can only regulate securities. If these aren't securities, then they can't regulate that. I think you're seeing someone try to power grab as opposed to work constructively with the industry. Frankly, there is a process for the SEC to do rule making, public comment, to create rules. enforcement, trying to regulate through enforcement is not constructive for any industry.
Just on that, I mean, where are we on a end of for the XRP story?
All right, talking about the end of the case. Early next year, guys, your time is running out. Liquidity on the exchange is running out. There will be no XRP left. That is a real possibility. The exchanges will lock you out. They'll no longer exist.
With the SEC, because as you would have seen, I think you got a 10% spike in XRP on the back of speculation that it was done, it was over, and then it was perhaps dismissed as not over. So where are we on the court case?
So I mean, the good news, this is all in the public court, so it's all very transparent. Again, transparency builds trust. The motions for summary judgment have been filed. They will be fully briefed in front of the court. It's in the Southern District of the Southern District of New York. I'm probably getting that slightly wrong, but that'll be done by the end of November. So the case will be before the judge by the end of November. The question is, how long does a federal judge take to make a decision on this case? You know, it could be 2 months, it could be 6 months. We don't know. You know, my best guess is certainly the first half of next year there'll be closure here. And this is a truly pivotal case for the crypto industry in the United States. The United States is still the largest economy. I think we all in the crypto industry should care how this goes. But you know, this really is the SEC trying to say this is all us. Gary Gensler has said he views nearly all crypto as securities. But frankly, you know, he hasn't.
Guys, we're going to do the deep dive on security tokens. Like I said, only a $14 billion market. I will show you exchanges and the top 5 in the security token market.
Run after a Coinbase. If he thinks all crypto securities, well, that means Coinbase is true.
Guys, they're going to be after the exchanges. Shout out to DAI for that. So, now, let's take a look at this. This is great from Not Financial Advice Crypto. If you're not following him, go give him a follow. Check it out.
Gary, what the fuck? Homie, I prayed for peace, not for police. I was naive and thought the SEC didn't lie and deceive him, and what the fuck? Billy, we know your bosses know the agenda that caused this. You gave Ether a pass and slowed our adoption. Now we done run out of options, man. This is fucked up. See, the SEC's run by corrupt thugs. We say come in and talk, you can trust us, and then use what we say to obstruct us. They pretend to protect and instruct, but when we ask them for guidance, they just bluff. Making statements all vague so the meaning can change, and it's easier for them to crush us. Now I say this sincerely. This ain't a conspiracy theory. I hope you hear me. The SEC clearly has conflicts of interest. It's honestly eerie. If we didn't have all of this proof, we'd probably regroup and start a new chapter. Instead, we got him in conflicting in 4K, meeting with Simpson and Thatcher. Everybody you seem bitter. Is it because when you look at your Twitter, you see the people united together to take down a planet you thought would come quicker? Why you leave us all confused without a single clue and shamelessly sue a Kardashian? I know why. So you reach a dumb audience who doesn't care about what's happening. Gary, you're shady. I'm telling all of my people. You tell them to be appalled by the evil. See, they have elite connections. They get more protection, and we call that illegal. When I brought up John Deed and your heart started beating, and Jay and Bill shivered. Cause everyone in this picture got richer when that fucking speech was delivered. XRP wasn't issued in a shady ICO promotion. It was in fact created by 3 men who made it before Ripple even fucking opened. Now you say it's a security, but it's code, and we only control 4% in nodes. And the tokens in escrow are sold on a schedule that any fucking body can be shown. Gary, I don't know what you thought. You in denial of the proof that we found, and it's so profound. Gary, I don't know what you want. To get promoted or let us all drown. You be such a clown, Gary. Ain't got time for your bullshit. Everybody knows you're corrupted. Ain't got time for your bullshit. Everybody knows what is coming.
All right, shout out to Not Financial Advice for that. All right, let's keep going. Guys, they got a lot of ammo in this case against the SEC. They have the Hinman docs. The judge ordered them to turn them over, and they're in the hands of Ripple lawyers. So, what is in there? What do they not want to come out? Is that going to be part of the settlement terms? Like, hey, we'll call you the currency we know you are. We'll give you a fine. However, this deal only happens if those Hinman docs emails never see the light of day. I think that could be it. We like to speculate, so we'll go ahead and do so. That could be part of the settlement terms. So, And we also like to speculate, and there could very well have been a settlement already, and they're just keeping it under wraps until they can have that flip of the switch moment. Now, guys, crypto giant Ripple eyes deal for FTX assets. So are they going to get the assets? Are they not? We'll see. We don't know. They could be buying. We know David Schwartz said in a tweet not too long ago, the price cannot be low. This thing was built to function at a high price. Now, by 2024, at least 50% of the world's population is expected to use digital wallets for transactions valued over at $9 trillion annually. Guys, you can have a wallet. You can load it up with 10 XRP now, 40 cents a piece, 39 cents. We just checked in on it. The choice is yours. That is not financial advice, but this thing is 39 cents. You can get yourself a wallet and be positioned accordingly, like the Alchemist. Now, BOA coming on. We know they're going to have an edge. Heard it from the man himself. They're sitting on the sidelines waiting for the settlement to occur. They will use ODL, on-demand liquidity, so they will be leading the way, leading the charge here in the U.S. The other banks will see what's happening and FOMO in. You got Africa being onboarded. You got 35 countries there. You got Japan onboarding. You got London. Obviously, we know in a previous video I showed you all the advertising in the subways in London, in the tunnels, on the bridges. It is out there. They are branching out all over the world, including here. There's probably a lot of U.S. banks ready to adopt this technology, especially after they see BOA. They're moving into Wyoming. Why? Wyoming has no corporate or franchise taxes, and cryptocurrencies being tax exempt from property and sales tax. So that is huge. They know what they're doing. They're positioning accordingly. They'll take all their assets and park them there. Why not? Why wouldn't you? Shout out to Wyoming. Later, Delaware. Okay, payments platforms Ripple inks a deal with Accenture. Why is that important? This is from 2015 because they have the big SWIFT partnership. They will start testing. Now this from Not Financial Advice.
Why do I hold XRP? Because Ripple's
Quick 2 minutes, guys.
the new global digital payment system, and they use XRP. In 2013, the Federal Reserve began looking for faster payments options. 2 years later, an action plan was born and a federal payments task force was created. It included one company focused on crypto, Ripple. In 2014, the World Bank and Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 countries, put out a report called The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. 1 year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one crypto company on their website, Ripple. Today, Better Than Cash Alliance and all other UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. You can see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance website, and on the UN's official exchange, Exchange. What crypto is Exchange officially utilizing for their carbon credit solution? XRP. The world will move to a new international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions by 2025 called ISO 20022. Who is the first ISO 20022 member focused on distributed ledger technology? Ripple. Who's partnered with over 300 financial institutions, including Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia, the largest banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, the Middle East, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America? Ripple. Who is a former employee overseeing the Federal Reserve? Ripple. A former employee overseeing the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's digital asset division? Ripple. Leading Australia's CBDC effort? Ripple. Who hired a former Treasurer of the United States? Ripple. 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys to their board? Ripple. 2 former Clinton and Obama advisors? Former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany? Former Business Director at SWIFT? Former SWIFT board member? Former CFO of PayPal? Former head of the DTCC? Former Chief Business Officer at Uber? Former VP of Amazon and former SEC chair on their legal team? Ripple. Who's a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, Digital Dollar Project, Digital Euro Association, Mojaloop, IMF's High-Level Advisory Board on FinTech, Hyperledger Blockchain Consortium, Open Payments Coalition, Faster Payments Council, Global Payments Steering Group, Cross-Border Working Group, International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, Crypto Climate Accord, University Blockchain Initiative, World Wide Web Consortium, and a featured partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team directly listed on the WF website? Ripple.
All right, guys. Shout out to Not Financial Advice for that. That is just, I mean, if you didn't hear that, replay it. Now this WEF white paper, we covered this yesterday. I'll just touch on it real quick. You can see right here, stablecoins for cross-border payments, XRP, the chosen one. They will eat the lion's share, guys. All assets will become tokenized and come over to the blockchain. You will see after settlement, regulatory clarity in these markets, all of these assets have their lunch eaten. Once they are tokenized, they will flow into blockchain. You can be on the right side or the wrong side. The biggest transfer of wealth in human history in our lifetimes is occurring before your eyes. The choice is yours. Talked about the amicus brief. Let's just keep moving. Everything tokenized, fan tokens, music, sports, you name it. It will be on the blockchain moving forward. Guys, there could be a flip of the switch moment. If you want to get on the whitelist, it's not that hard to achieve. Here is the list. You only need 2,000 tokens to be in the top 10%. Do the math, 39 cents times 2,000. It's not that many dollars. So you can get in. The whales are getting in. They are testing liquidity pools. The glitch happened. You'll see right here. You may see a flip of the switch moment and wake up to some real mass adoption. It only takes one guy to smash the order books real hard, one big bank to come in and take a big chunk, a big bite out of whatever is out there, and you will see this price go from, I believe it's going to be a slow grind up post settlement, 2 digits, 3 digits, 4 digits, and then 5 digits. I don't know that it will happen flip of the switch overnight. That's not financial advice. We are positioned accordingly either way. Alright. The whales are loading up. Financial institutions are loading up. The liquidity on exchanges will dry up. There may be no more. These things may all be declared securities, and you may have to be an accredited investor in order to invest in them. So, your chances now, that's not financial advice, that's just what we're doing. We're taking advantage of this opportunity, possibly the greatest opportunity in human history. The greatest transfer of wealth in human history is occurring before your eyes. Choice is yours. That guy knows what's up. Shout out to that guy in the crowd at the Freedom Rally with the Buy XRP sign. Alright. Liquidity spikes, we talked about that. We showed the glitch, possible flip of the switch coming, guys. Let's take a look at that beautiful XRP flowing seamlessly across the ledger. XRP will have a newfound, never before seen velocity to money. It will change fiat into fiat instantly, from dollar to yen to peso to yuan to lira to dinar to whatever you're holding in your pocket, wherever you are on the rock. So, guys, this thing is flowing around the world. It's not if, it's when. Mass adoption will kick in. Settlement and clarity are coming. Those two things are coming. And when we see them, this thing could end up becoming the world reserve currency, or one of them. We may have more than one. We heard JPOW speak about it. Digital currency, CBDCs, UBI is coming. Universal basic income. Everyone will have a wallet on their phone, not only in this country but around the world. The agenda for the SDGs is by 2030, no poverty, no starvation. So, by investing in the infrastructure, you are going to be helping to position yourself in a very beneficial position by 2030. This could take a few years, however, I look at that as an opportunity. The alchemists already know we will continue to accumulate these assets. This thing could end up being pegged to gold. So we're watching. We know central banks are loading up. We heard Da Vinci tell you the currency is going to be XRP and it's going to be the USD. Let's listen.
Now, of course, USD will be the main dollar, the main currency that everybody will use. So that's why, you know what, we're going to be talking about both XRP and the USD from now on, right? This is the real deal. This is the real money. Don't listen to all this other nonsense about Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is crazy, right? It's XRP and USD.
All right, thank you, Jeremy.
Right now,
shout out to Mr. Da Vinci for being a visionary. Now, you can be a wolf or a sheep. The choice is yours. If you want to be a sheep and FOMO into this thing at double digits, go ahead. I can't stop you. Now, if you want to learn to trade jump over to ALcHeMy Crypto Cypher, click right here, join the Discord. We'll get you plugged into the yard. We try to trade by the book and win every trade. No one's perfect. We do alright. So, if you guys want to jump into the yard, we do have some trades open right now, as you can see here. And we are getting money in the Cypher on the daily. The alchemists eat every single day. Alright, let's keep going. I'm not sure what this is, so we'll just keep moving. Custom charts, indicators, all that good stuff. Some P&Ls for you. Guys, jump over to the Cypher if you want to trade. If you see this, jump in, copy trade, say what's up, shout out the Alchemist. Alright, BRICS nations continue to pile up. There's over a dozen nations trying to join BRICS right now, and this is not good. If this happens, guys, we will lose our standard of living. This country was built on the oil in that Saudi Arabian desert. We made a deal with Kissinger and Nixon and the Saudis back in the day to protect the House of Assad, and we will give them protection. Exchange, they trade their oil in dollars. It was that simple. That deal stands to this day. If that deal falls and Saudis join the BRICS nations, things will get ugly. You need to be prepared. Alright, central banks loading up on gold. You can see it right there. Third quarter of this year, they are loading up. Why? What do they know? What is the plan? Are we revaluing gold? Are we pegging the dollar back to gold? Are we pegging XRP to gold? We don't know. We got our popcorn. We're watching this thing play out. Shout out to gold. Shout out to this guy. Don't do it. If he tries it, we will roll out the big guns. The alchemists already know. We've done it to Gaddafi. We did it to Saddam. We will do it to you. He is in the know. He's moving carefully. They're starting to trade Russian oil for other currencies. And I believe that is the cause of this thing. Some people would argue World War III has begun. And we are already involved and moving forward. Crawling up because the petrodollar is being threatened. So, if they try it, guys, we will roll out the big guns. They better watch what they're doing. You can't stop America. We are the biggest bully on the block, and if we need to, we will roll out the tanks, the ships, the planes, the big guns. The alchemists already know. Some would argue that World War III has already begun, and we are creeping up to the Russian doorstep through Ukraine. So you need to be prepared, guys, because there could be retaliatory strikes. You could see anything happen from a cyber attack to the worst. This ballistic missile threat inbound to insert your area here went out to Jim Carrey in Hawaii. He said something amazing. He walked out on the beach, couldn't get a hold of his daughter. Was so grateful to have been able to live this life. He looked out, and when he was asked about the experience, he said, when all is lost, all is found. So, I like his attitude there. Guys, this text could come into your iPhone or your Android at any moment. You need to be prepared. You need to seek immediate shelter, and you need to have food, water, fuel, supplies, candles, batteries, whatever you need to ride out 30, 60, 90 days of no food in the stores, no fuel on the ground. They're already rationing heating oil. The energy crisis, liquidity crisis, spiritual crisis in this country is real, guys. We're having a serious problem, and when China comes back online with, as far as with regard to fuel, we may see some huge shortages, like the 70s. People lined up at the pumps. If you can have some now and stockpile it and put it away, do what you need to do. Keep your oil tanks in your home full. They're already rationing oil in New England. So, alright guys, I think that's about it. That's about all I got for you. I will leave you with this, a quick look into Biden's America. Let's take
a work of This is a work of
Alright, alchemists. Until next time, I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you all for coming in. And if you guys found anything in this video interesting, please do not forget to go down and like and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you know when I drop new content or when I go and do the live stream for the midnight show. Continue to pray for peace, alchemists. All right. Until next time, this is your alchemist signing off.